Hi Taurus, I'm Love from a Leo. Today's video is your March full general reading. And so we have Taurus here. This is your card. Hello. And what your March is going to be surrounding, we have the Aquarius card. So if you were dealing with an Aquarius, this is totally dealing with this person. But if not, then this is just about you as a Taurus, learning how to use and be communicative with others and having a quality of sticking to it. Sticking to it meaning whatever it is that you're trying to do, keep going. Figure out a way to do it. Figure out the answers you need. Figure out who has the resources that you need. This is very similar to your energy, Taurus, way that you have to communicate in order to get these resources, okay? So you may not be able to plan everything out, but whenever something pops up as the bull, you will be able to get around it because you are going to stick to your plan and stick to it, okay? So let's go ahead and look into your March, the beginning. All right, Taurus, Two of Swords. This is saying that you are kind of, meditating in a way, even if you're not physically meditating, you're in a point where you're really starting to pay attention to what you mentally need to do in order to get what you want. You may have your defenses up just a tad, but at the same time, I think you're in a position with the Magician's card where you realize that you need to start speaking up a little bit more to get what you want, and also using the resources around you to get what you want, in a sense. With the Aquarius card here, this is definitely the Aquarius coming up. But if not, then this is saying that you have a newfound hope. You have, you've seen the light at the end of the tunnel, and you're ready to start moving towards this new goal that you have. So what is this goal that Taurus has? What is the plan that we're working on? What is the goal that Taurus has? What is the goal that Taurus has? Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so we're making some movements in business. We're making movements in money, in possession. So depending on what you need or what you've been wanting, you are now being granted these different opportunities. You just have to put the work in. So not hard for a Taurus at all to want to work through things. The only thing, like I said, is making sure that you are communicating and using those around you in order to get this information done. Okay, so this could be in many ways. If you're trying to save up for something, if you're trying to invest in something, if you're trying to start a business, if you're trying to get a car, whatever it is, this is the time, this is the plan that you have been setting for yourself, and now it's time to execute it, okay? So with the Nine of Wands in reverse, it's saying that you are not necessarily ready to make the movements that you need to, because you still have some resources that you need to accumulate in order to make the necessary moves. So what do we need? What resources are we missing? Saw you flip. Okay, so with the Gemini in reverse, you may have a Gemini that you need to be in contact with in order to get some things done. Excuse me. If not that, then maybe there's some there's some issues in your love situation, with the Lover's card being here, that you need to fix in order for your resources to be, in order for you to have everything you need to be able to move forward. Four of Pentacles in reverse. This is saying that you are maybe spending more. Maybe you have to spend more to get more. Or maybe you're over-telling. Maybe you're being too communicative about something. So is this the right thing for Taurus to be doing? Let's see. So for the majority of you, yes, you do need to be spending a little bit more to get more. You do need to be telling a little bit more, being a little bit more revealing of what you're trying to get done. Like I said with the Aquarius card, it is time for you to be more communicative. Have to communicate with certain people in order to get your plan across, because maybe they have resources that can help you, okay? Ace of Swords here, yes, communication is key. This is going to help you a lot. Like I'm saying, I keep saying it, I cannot stress it enough. Ace of Cups in reverse. Don't feel vulnerable. Don't get in the situation where you feel like, oh, I don't want to have people in my business, this and that. Look, we got business to take care of. If you want it, you got to stick to the plan, okay? And then with the Queen of Swords here, be creative with how you're communicating with these people, okay? Be creative. Make sure you're in a situation where you're expressing yourself, but you're not just needing and asking. Make sure you have something that they can benefit from as well, okay? But I do think this is a stable way for you to be at this moment in time in the beginning of March, okay? So don't be afraid to speak up, okay? Middle of March for Taurus. Middle of, oh, here you are. All right, Taurus. So we have the Death card here. So there may be a Scorpio popping up, but if not, then this is saying that there is a new cycle that is beginning. So I really like to see this. Something has been ended and there's a new beginning starting. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So instead of you feeling like you can do everything on your own, you may realize that you do need other people to help you out. Being that you are a Taurus, it doesn't mean that you always need people to help you, but I feel like as a earth sign and being one of the more social earth signs, I do think you can benefit from this, and I do think that it won't be as hard as you think, even if you are one of the more private earth signs. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, yes, with the Six of Swords in reverse, you do need a little bit of help to get to the other side. There's still some things you have to learn, and it may be in regards to this communication. You need to speak up. You have to speak up. Maybe you have to ask. And I know it sucks for some of you. You're like, I don't want to ask. I want to do it by myself. But I'm saying, in order to get things moving, you have to have other people's help. In regards to whatever it is you're trying to get. So it doesn't mean that you have to beg. It doesn't mean that you have to, grovel. But just make sure that you're in a situation where you can use your resources to the best of your ability. And sometimes resources involve other people. That's all it's saying. With the Sun card, you will get what you want this month. You will definitely get it. It just will come in a package that you're not expecting. So for some of you, if you are a Taurus who never speaks up, who never communicates, who never asks for anything, you just work to get what you want, this is a time where maybe if you speak up, you'll get it. It's just in a way that you will least expect it, okay? That is what the Sun card is about. It's a very, very good card. And I think you'll benefit from seeing that if you speak up, it will happen, okay? Now, let's see. Who do we need to communicate with? Okay, so you need to communicate with yourself, essentially. Seven of Wands. It could also be an earth sign. A fire sign, I'm sorry. But I do feel like this is more about being more committed to standing up for yourself, and getting through obstacles without feeling like you can't do it. And so you may feel like in order to speak up, it will feel like death for you. You're like, I don't want to ask. I don't want to. That's what this is about. Okay, so be a little bit more vulnerable, but know that with you being vulnerable and asking for help, it doesn't mean that you're in a lower position. If anything, you're using another aspect of yourself to get what you want. And like, once you get it, you're not going to care that you had to, ask for it or ask for advice or ask for, a loan, whatever it is that you're trying to get. It's not going to really matter after you get what you want. You're going to feel successful. You're going to feel victorious. Okay. So all of this is good. There's really nothing wrong. The only thing you can do is hold yourself back in the situation. Six of Pentacles in reverse. So this is a give and take relationship. It seems as though it may be a little unbalanced, or maybe you feel like this is not what you want to do. So let's see. Why is the Six of Pentacles in reverse? Okay, so there may be an Aries or the Fool card. So it's something new. So maybe, again, this is something that you're not used to doing, and you're like, ugh, I don't really want to do this. But don't be naive about the situation. Be very smart about it, okay? You will be smart about it. And I think you're going to plan the fuck out of it, because you're like, look, this is not something I usually do, so we're going to make sure I don't have to do it more than once. So yeah, you're going to plan it out. It's going to be something new for you, but you will get what you need. You just have to keep focusing and going towards that, okay? Now, with the Two of Pentacles here, it is saying that you need to start prioritizing, maybe make a decision on what you want. So what are we prioritizing? What are we making a decision on? Queen of Swords in reverse, okay? So you're probably being distant. A lot of you will not take this advice and be communicative, so make sure that you are. And make sure you're not being cold. Make sure that if you do speak up, and you get what you want, make sure you're not just going to be like, gone and ghost the next, day or whatever. Make sure you're being a little bit more warm when it comes to your communication skills, okay? And don't be so just cut and dry with it, because that's not going to help you get what you need. There could also be a Libra in the mix that is showing up here, that is making you feel overwhelmed, or maybe this is the person that you have to ask for financial help or advice, or some type of assistance. Okay, now let's move to the end of your March. All right, Knight of Cups here. So you're feeling very optimistic and very happy about the way that things are turning out in your emotional life. And I think it's because you let go of things that need to be let go of. A lot of mental stress, a lot of unwanted memories. And with the Ten of Wands, you also have put down unnecessary things that you don't need to focus on. And so now you have a lot more time and energy to focus on the things that you do need to work on. And you're putting more effort into your plan. And so with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, it could say that your routine has changed. And with the Chariot card here, I feel like you're not going backwards, but you may be going back to a situation. And it's showing up here. So you may be going back to a past emotional situation. Is this the right thing to do? Okay, so yes, this is the right thing to do. It is something that's going to be on your brain a lot. You're probably going to be thinking, am I doing the right thing? But it is, okay? What you do need to focus on is making sure you're not rushing into it too quickly, okay? Make sure you're not doing it for the wrong reasons. But with the Ace of Swords here, I do think this is the right thing to do because you're clear on this decision and you're being honest with yourself, okay? So don't be too afraid of what's to come in the end of March, whatever you're letting go of, okay? Now, with the King of Pentacles, this is awesome. This is you, Taurus, okay? So, as we know, this is having control of your possessions, having financial abundance, and really just being on the right track to getting what you want. This could also be the card of you getting what you wanted in the beginning of your March, okay? Queen of Pentacles here. So this is a match, a duo made in heaven. Obviously, if this is your relationship, it's looking beautiful. But if not, this is also saying that you got what you wanted and you feel empowered. You feel appreciative of what you have. And there's nothing that can really tear you down at this point. So like I said in the beginning, once you may have to do things that you don't want to do, you feel vulnerable to do. But at the same time, once you do it, everything seems to work out in your favor, okay? Ace of Swords here. So this is saying this is clarity. This is awesome. This is honesty. This is you really being in a situation where you communicated. Communication is key. And I really, really love seeing this, guys. I really do. What was being communicated? What needed to be communicated? What was being communicated here? What was being communicated here? With the Nine of Pentacles is basically saying that you put in the work that needed to be put in and now you can enjoy the fruits of your labor. So by the end of March, you definitely will have what you needed. You have what you wanted. So that's really beautiful. I think everything works out in the way that you needed it to. And we're going to end off your March with the Seven of Cups. Okay, so there's lots of possibilities, lots of pathways you can go after you receive your abundance. And I think it's because you worked for it. Now, you may feel a little overwhelmed because you're like, okay, I don't know which way to go. But I think this is also going to carry into your April. So don't be afraid to look into this. Don't be afraid to just let it happen. Let's go ahead and see what these possibilities are about and what part of Taurus's life. Okay, so it could be dealing with a fire sign or maybe the more passionate part of your life. For the future of the way that things are going, it seems as though you may feel a little less than victorious. But why? Well, we have your card here, Taurus, the Hierophant. So maybe your plan didn't go how you wanted it to. But at the same time, with the Emperor card here in reverse, maybe you feel like whoever helped you is using that to their power. And you don't like that. But don't worry. With the Judgment card here, it will be balanced out, okay? So don't think that it's just like the end of the world. It's going to be okay. We have the Empress card here. This could also signify you, but I do usually put this with fertility. And also, if not that, then, you know, a Virgo, an earth sign of some sort, or a woman who is very abundant in what they have. So you'll be fine, okay? There's strength here that's coming your way. So you have a lot of good things coming in April. It's probably going to tell a lot more about that. So please make sure you're subscribed so that you can see that video whenever it comes out. Taurus, I really like this. You have a lot of good things coming, and I think you have realized that you can work as hard as you can, but sometimes it just takes one little extra person or one extra little push to get what you want. And once you have it, you'll feel so good, okay? And I cannot wait to see all this abundance come your way, and this is really beautiful. So make sure you're sticking to the plan. Make sure you're communicating. Make sure you're being honest with yourself. Make sure you're not just selling out. You know what I mean? Don't just say things to get what you want. Really be honest about what you want so it doesn't, you know, come back to bite you in the ass. But with that being said, my Taurus, I enjoyed reading for you. I love this reading. This is very beautiful. This is awesome for you. This is kind of taking you out of your comfort zone, but not too much, okay? Sticking to the plan and getting what you want is always a good thing. Like I said, I'm love from a Leo. If I'm not your favorite Leo, one day I will be. If you would like a private reading, don't forget to book one with me at lovefromaleo@gmail.com. And we can see maybe when you're going to be getting what you want, like exactly. And that'll be awesome, okay? So let's go ahead and get that going, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, Taurus.